As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up. Jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Play action now. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. It's Morrison.
Fuck these niggas.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
I'm a fair.
Wow, first play in the game
Fuck
sees
these
75 yards. These
niggas.
people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Bryant, and complete, right side to Cook. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Bryant. He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Operating from the gun, Bryant. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 9. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Bryant.
Oh, did you lucky?
Knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Come on, take that shit, man.
But that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nigga. One minute.
We just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive,
Pussy.
He's got a man.
Fuck this nigga, man.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
No, you know in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and you're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass another running play.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now Prescott on 4th down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Vikings 3.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Vikings 3.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it, but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Prescott off play action. On the move to his left. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
Trying to run for it with Pollard.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They throw it out right complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy
Fuck this nigga, man.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point.
Where's my yeah?
And it's 21-3.
He is good. Makes the score Cowboys 21, Vikings 3. Greg Zerline to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of them. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
And goal at the 5-yard line. And now a jet sweep.
Nigga.
This is Evans with it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the
Fuck,
6.
boy.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Ready for that shit, bitch. Ready for that shit, nigga.
It's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th down, Bryant.
No, sir.
Great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think?
Yeah.
Green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. A big play there just before halftime. And even 90 yards. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
at the 5-yard line.
Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
By the offense.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Fucking big shit on this nigga.
Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Now somebody get paid. Man.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Eat it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Looking to throw on second down. Bryant looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 63 yards. Another milestone falling on that last throw in what has been an MVP-type season so far, as he has now gone over 4,000 yards passing already on the year.
And it's been a whole lot of fun to watch as he's put together this type of a season. And to me, you have to figure, with so many games remaining,
and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10.
Yeah, on this nigga ass right now.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager.
Because,
let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime.
Still,
Sit on the sideline
boy.
so you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Ever do you like
A
that?
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Elliott. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the wrong field.
If you go for it and you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately,
That nigga should have humbled that
That
shit.
could have been trouble.
There's no
Ooh.
magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Bryant. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
And as you saw right there, this has got a pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Davidson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And I tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Yep, on that shit.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Mike Evans, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back in a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And the slot man goes in motion left. They go back to Pollard on second down. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now, they struggled to get them rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Prescott now. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
On third down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
A gain of 3, second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Prescott to throw it. Oh, no, he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So crisis averted, but now facing third and goal. Here's Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
I know they smoking.
That's a heck of a tackle right there on third down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make the play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play,
They'll run forward with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
19. You get extra reps in practice next week.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened?
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And a solid run down inside the 30.
49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the game and didn't pay off. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Bryant. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44.
Oh.
And I saw the
Right,
pressure coming at him. It just looked problematic.
Fuck, boy.
Hit him as he threw it. and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked
Back
about
up with
how
that,
much
Nina.
pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Andrew Booth making the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It understands me. Nigga don't get the ball back. He was getting 20 points or less, nigga. We wasn't playing that shit.
And you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Here's
Go fuck press around, nigga.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he
That
tried to
nigga
look
Zeke
elsewhere and find an
Elliott
open
just showed his
target, the
ass.
coverage was too good. That
Can't
one
let
falls
nigga just
incomplete.
say that. Dog Zeke.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
Yeah, nigga.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch.
Man, come on, man. Shut this nigga shit down, nigga. Where you going?
We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down,
I watched this
scoring
shit
again.
one time.
Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
13 yards and a first down.
Whoa.
Cowboys.
Shut that nigga shit down.
For the Dallas Cowboys. And we
That's what the fuck we do, nigga.
Determining who wins, who loses this
Now
game.
get
No
back a
exception.
motherfucker,
Air-free football,
nigga.
no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2.
And they will get another road test next week as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.
I want y'all to see how I said we was gonna come out and shut this nigga shit down. And that's the fuck we set out to do when we did that shit. Look what we did to this nigga. 20 points or less on this nigga. All that high flying shit you doing on other niggas, that shit's not flying around here, nigga. Beat me on in the goddamn, what the fuck, playoffs on some fucking Hail Mary shit. But fuck that nigga though.